Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Let's continue where we left off with, well, reorganizing a little bit here and there. Because there are still a few things. None of these units can get into that hex, which is okay. I think probably so let's just take off this Reich. Technically I still have 24th Panzer, which is in reasonable shape. And right, no. Let's do this for a sec. These guys are probably gonna get attacked quite heavily here too. So let's do that. Then I can just put Totenkopf out here. Whereas these, they kind of still would need to wait, I guess. No, let's send these guys definitely not there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get both of these guys, move them over here at least. Then the 72nd should just go one hex further. Yeah, these guys can't even go that far, so it's not as if moving them all the way out there is going to be super useful. Rather, let's send them over here and just keep them on refit for now. And then what I can do is you back, get the cavalry Romanian corps off of the hex, you out there, and also have Das Reich on refit. And these guys should be enough. I guess 4th Panzer is just going to continue doing some operations in this area in an attempt to keep everything under control. These are quite vulnerable. I'll get a whole lot better with this. But maybe a little bit. Because the other ones at least have level 1 fortifications. Let's see if I can assign them something to... yeah, to increase the odds a little bit. But yeah, at least they're at 2 now. Okay, so 3rd motorized. Whoop. What are you part of? 40th motorized is out there too somewhere. It's currently in here. Oh, let's see, because when do they change their TOE upgrade? Interesting. So they should be upgrading, but they haven't yet, huh? Let's see if I can accomplish it by putting them back. This is a bit weird. So let's switch that up, but they had too much. Fair enough. But that's only because I split some of those units. Okay, well, I did clear out those units there. Let's see, because I want to get the units from the light division here. Put them on refit. I'm not going particularly fast in here because, well, I'm not ready yet. Personally, I feel like going down there. And that means I'm just taking things slowly. Units that need to refit, like these guys, they're just straight up not going to do anything so far. And yeah, I can route a unit like that. That's fine. Also because, you know, the numbers at that point are pretty good. But besides that, not even that interested. Let's see. As long as the odds are good, I'm pretty much willing to invest into doing something like that, but it doesn't get you that far, actually. Either way, they can go for refit, and these guys will move back a little bit on refit there too. I'll just leave them down there like that. This is another unit that could potentially be attacked, but I don't have. No, let's do this actually. I can route them. And the question then is, do I want to put a unit out here? Or do I not? It's across the river. But then at least they will have crossed the river. Like, that's something. Yeah, let's do that either way. So there we go. Still a long way to Krasnodar. But I'll get there eventually. Okay. So what I actually want to do is I want to make 6th Army into an assault army. Or an assault HQ, yeah. So they'll have more units that they can take on. And that also means that I'm going to put some of these units like this under the 6th Army as well. They'll need more HQs. Well, not right now yet, okay. So I guess for now, the closest I can get is Svatovo. Get off of the train and then move into Starobelsk. I'll put them under the 4th Corps. Over here. 6th Army is tasked with going to Stalingrad, so... I mean, they have some help, of course. But... yeah, we'll see how fast they can go there. So I did work on that piece of the rail. Let's see, with the rest of the units that still need to move. So I have this 2nd unit that's going to work on the rails down in these sections. First of all, there's a piece of the rail near Kursk that's been broken, but I can only fix that and this after this pocket is kind of gone. So because this doesn't really go that fast, I actually don't necessarily want to have that unit there yet. But I'll have... let's see. You go in here, get off of the train. And then first they'll work on this very tiny piece. It won't be finished yet, but then afterwards they can move on or work on this rail line, whereas these guys work on moving that rail line up, and then it will go to Castorno as well afterwards. So then there will be that. I have some Italians to take care of here. And pretty much all of the Italian units will go to this area. So I'll take all of them for now. Do I have any more? I don't think so. Let's take a look down here. It is unlikely there will be more Italians this turn. They would show up next turn, I think. Yeah. Okay. Take them off of the train. Only you can't. That's okay. It's most important to have the Italian Corps move either way. So what I'll do is let's actually take a look at their stats. So the Alpini Italian Corps they have infantry 4. The 2nd also has 4. Messi has 5. He is the best for now. Yeah. But let's try to get all the mountain units under the Alpini Italian Corps at least. So the 2nd Tridentia. Punis, 3rd Ravenna, at the very least. And there we go. They're at 6, so they can take only 1 more unit. Let's take the Superga Mountain Division. There we go. I didn't take this one, huh? That's silly. Okay, well. I guess the second Italian Corps will take care of it then. And the second Italian Corps can still take 3. There we go. So now that takes care of all of those. Let's see, here's those guys. This is the 24th Italian Corps. Oh, I just messed that up. Great. I just put on the 24th motorized. It's a 22nd Italian. Oh, stupid. I'll have to change that then in a bit, because I cannot take that back. I'm still short an Italian Corps, interestingly enough, because I still have these that are under OKH. Let's just put them under Armor Group South. So that's rather silly. But oh well. So then from there I also still had 2 infantry units. I'm actually inclined to send them both to 6th Army and to this area. I don't think they're looking particularly chipper, so I'm inclined to send it there. In that direction, and I'll see what I can do later on to, you know, deal with things there. So let's continue. First of all, all of this has been taken care of. Things down here, we got those on refit. Those we need anyway. And this. Alright. I do have 5th Panzer, but they're currently kind of terrible. If anything, they seriously need to refit. One thing I don't like here is how weak these guys are. Kinda similarly here, but I don't think I can push another unit in there. Not for now anyway. Like, I can move these guys up, but what good will that do me? Rather, I'm getting them to refit at Valuki there, and then we'll deal with it as we go along. So this core has only 2, this core is like that. that's no good. Not that this is a big encirclement or anything, but at least it should kind of disturb the natural order of things there. So the 88th is kind of the only unit here, which I think... Alright, let's get these guys out first, for example. Like, these guys are not in good shape. And there we go. Like, this is at least a 16,000, so that does help. Then out here, like, this is also not. What you want to be doing. And I will get them off of the line. Ideally, I would do that for a little bit longer, but there's just no way, unfortunately. I also don't want to move too far. Now, I did say that I want to go and do some kind of attack, probably soon. I'm gonna need to reorganize that, by the way. You have no support units, so I'd rather not do anything there. The 9th. And then this is such a mess. There's some Italian light gun battalions that I might be able to grab. Because it would be rather silly to not give the Italian gun battalions to the Italians. Like, that would be rather weird. Anyway, means that I will let them take control of the 42nd here. Like, there we go. There's still this unit, which is only under the 4th Army. But what I can do is just put you under 4th Army. Now that looks to be a bit better. The 4th Army is still super weak. Like, if you think about it, they only occupy these few hexes, which is very little, ultimately. Which is very much true. I really don't like that position there at all. Okay, I need to have 8th Corps. You're gonna withdraw soon. And these two have to go into the 7th. And these are 9-9. So basically what I need to do is I need to gather... Oh, I didn't want to attack there already. Fuck me. I really hate these goddamn misclicks. I wanted to assign support units to them. Fuck me. Jesus. And obviously you're not gonna replay an entire fucking turn because you made one misclick. Like, I'm not... Jesus Christ. Alright. Anyway, let's... Unfucking believable. Let's get this armor a bit closer, so that if I'm gonna make, you know, some kind of attack there, at least I'm a little bit closer already. They're still all on refit, but... I'm gonna get them a little bit closer there. Okay, well, that was a serious waste. Fuck. I'm also the kind of person who does swear. I don't... I don't really care. Right. Wandering through the snow. La 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 la. It's a very... strange way to do things. Okay. But... wait. If... just doing that. Those are part of the 1st Corps. There we go. I'm gonna, at some point, remove the 36th Motorized, by the way. Replace it by the 253rd. But I want that to be beefed up a little bit before I actually put it in there. Ah, there we go. That looks a little bit better this way. Nice. But if I do this, then at least it's slightly less bad. Still think this is a bit too weak, but oh, they can take 5 more, eh? 9 and 9. Let's see how we can do this then. This is the 38th. And that puts them at 9 and 9, and now they're at 4. So they could take 5 more. Twenty-sixth. Well, let's start with that. So now at least 4th Panzer Army is no longer overburdened. You have 8 out of 9. Technically, they could have kept the 326 at that point, so that they could take something from the 28th Corps. But I can fix that a little bit later. That does not have to be resolved immediately. So that's all fine. Thought there was a city out here, but I guess not. It's just the furthest area that I went. There's also no. Another thing that's pretty interesting is that I actually really need the Army Group A and Army Group B. I'm gonna have to take a look when I get to those, because I think they would be highly beneficial to the cause. I'll attack Volokolamsk on the next turn. Don't think that's viable now. What to do with you? What to do with you? Let's just get them onto Zukinishki. And I think, let's see. Let's keep going. The interesting part is that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, taking this small patch here, like, it doesn't even constitute like that big of an amount. It's just kind of like this, just Latvia. So it doesn't really look like a big deal, but if you take into account like all the territory, it gets pretty big. Yeah, you can move. currently... Okay, they only have one engineer battalion. Third Hungarian Corps. This also needs to be reorganized quite a bit on the next turn once I can make a little bit more sense out of this. This is one big mess right now. Definitely. What I'll do is I'm gonna divide all of these. There are 4 corps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Which one had the least? That one doesn't get an additional one. That's the 4th Hungarian. Okay, all of them get 1 AA. What is in there anyway? Oh, I do have some 80mm. Huh. Alright. Oh. Let's see which one already had some engineers. That's probably going to be the 4th Hungarian. Yeah. So they're the only ones who don't get engineers at this point. Really? Let's see, 3rd Hungarian and 7th Hungarian Corps. There we go. Looks like those Italian Corps have a lot more to it. But I'm gonna reorganize those support units once I get the actual army, which should arrive on the next turn. Here. Currently okay, H is at Minsk. Oh, yeah, I cannot do a switch them now because they've just arrived this turn. Fair enough, I'll deal with those later. Alright, I think though I'm gonna end this video here and then I can go to the enemy's turn in the next episode. Because that's gonna take another 20 minutes or so. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.